Hello, all you numbers. I'm Cal13, and welcome back to my third speed art. Which, yes, it's 13 minutes long, but this is a full drawing, and it's not 17 minutes long with only half of the drawing like my first one. Alright, first off, there will be a blood warning, because in the end I do cover her in blood. She is holding a sword. She has just finished a battle. She is going to be bloodied. If you do not like that, I will give a warning before I start putting in all the blood on her skin and clothes and hair so that you can just click out of the video. Simple as that. And if you don't want to listen to me and risk the blood, just do you, listen to music, and then once you start seeing that stuff, just click out of the video. Simple as that. Alright, so about the sketch, earlier you will have seen a little picture flash up in the corner of, right there, of a lady holding a sword, and I used that picture. Yes, I did do a quick sketch over the picture so that I could get the basic properties of it, which is the red sketch you had seen originally that I had blown up. And as you could clearly see, it's the proportions in that sketch compared to the more humanesque portions I use normally in my drawings. Very, very different. So yes, I did technically trace over a drawing. I'm sorry if that will trigger someone, but in the long run, I only did it so that I could get the pose, because when I first tried this, I'm not including the fact that I just completely failed. I was having so many troubles with the pose that I needed something to guide me at least a little. And I clearly do not do the exact posing. It's not the exact person. This is my own character. They have their own type of body structure. She's 6'5". She is not a short lady. You can at least tell that. She is a tall lady. And she is not as skinny as a twig. Her name is Claudia, and she's probably one of the most serious characters I may have created in my little lifetime. And she was actually created out of a backstory of a different character of mine. His name is Cancer, not Cancer. Please don't do that. He will cry on the inside, and his mother will beat you up. She's holding a sword after all. But I needed a mother who was already a very warrior-like person, and there was a reason as to why she sent him off to a different character of mine named Derek, who again was created all for the sake of this character Concert, due to the fact that when meeting a parent, originally the parent was just going to be a one-time thing, and then they just turned into a character of mine with his own backstory and a whole ton of things. And I can do a drawing for him too, but the other picture that you keep seeing popping up of Claudia is actually a drawing of the three, of Claudia, Derek, and another character named Varuna, who is a sea seer, a sea witch in basics. And these three have known each other the longest, and they have a long history behind their friendship. And for that drawing, I did the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. And for Claudia, she is the see no evil pet, but for all of them, I have them slightly not covering whatever part needs to be covered, like she's peeking through her hands. For Derek, he's the hear no evil. his hands aren't fully covering his ears, And for Varuna, who is Speak No Evil, her hands are not fully covering her mouth. Well, they are, but they're still slightly opened. So it's just, but you can tell most clearly for Claudia's because, well, you can see her eyes. And it makes sense because she's seen evil, she has dealt with evil, she has fought evil, all as part of her day. So why wouldn't she peek? Just to make sure that evil's not gonna come kick her down while she's not looking. Because she's not gonna deal with that. She's a very, very hardcore lady. She doesn't take it from no one. Not even the devil himself. She's the one that gives it. Sorry if that's like PG-13. I'm sorry. Implications. Oh no. Anyways, ignore all that. Pretend you didn't hear that, you little 12-year-old ears that probably have heard a ton worse thanks to the internet. Parents who may have heard that, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. The sad part is, I made a checklist. I made a checklist for what I wanted to talk about. And am I even really following that checklist? Kinda. I mean, I wrote down blood warning about the sketch as something I haven't done yet, and talk about the character and her story, which I've done that a little bit. Anyways, the point I started saying but did not finish is, would you guys, instead of hearing me ramble on randomly about the drawing without really knowing what I'm doing, would you want to hear me talk about random stories of mine, ramble about my life, and all of the stupid things I have done, which include things I have said in the past, or things I'm an idiot. And I don't mean that in the negative way, I mean that in I am a klutz and I am the person who forgets how to English half the time. Which also means I forget words, or I say the wrong word thinking it's the correct word. A prime example, I got a bonsai tree as a birthday gift. And I picked this little bonsai tree making kit up out of the bag it's sitting in. And I look at all my friends, I look at the box, and I proudly proclaim, I love my Bosnia tree! And I stop. Just complete silence. And then we all break into laughter. Why I said Bosnia tree? I don't know. I guess I just really wanted a country for my birthday. And I was super excited about apparently getting a country that wasn't even a country through a bonsai tree. That that happened like 2 years ago, and I've still made blunders to this day. Another one being on a school trip to Darien Lake, senior year, just graduated. This is a really recent story. Heck yes. And they had these little plushy llamas. I'm saying llamas for a very specific reason. They're cute, adorable, single colored, like blue, pink, purple, one color only llamas. This guy, he wins the ability to get a thingy prize. You'll hear me say thingies a lot whenever I'm trying to describe something, just you guys will get used to it eventually. Anyways, back to the story. And me and my friends were standing over on the other side, and he's deciding between the llama or a big square chicken, which he chose the big square chicken, but for my young, like, not even 18-year-old brain, I'm still 17 at this point, The first thing I do, I point right at the llama and I say, "Pick the giraffe!" My two friends are standing on either side of me, and they just burst into laughter as I just kind of stare. Luckily, the guy did not hear me scream, "Pick the giraffe" instead of "Pick the llama," because that would have been really embarrassing. Because I didn't know what animals were that moment in time. I just did not. And I've done that in the past too, where I've said a different animal to the animal I meant to say. But that one was a prime example. Stuffy llama that I call a giraffe, and whenever I see a llama in a store, I kind of instinctively, especially if I'm near my friends or one of my friends who was there during that day, I'm like, look at this giraffe! And it's the greatest experience because they kind of look at me in disappointment, and I'm like, you still love me, dudes. I, I'm the meme of the group. I probably will always stay the meme as long as I live and as long as I am able to speak English. Also, not a story, just fair warning, you've probably already noticed it. My speech is not the greatest. Yes, English is my first language. Sad enough to say. Do I always English correctly? No. I have always had problems with English. More so just I'm really bad at pronouncing words, and I'm really bad at remembering what words I should be saying. So if I say a word that just doesn't seem to fit the context, it might be something similar to a different word. It's most likely the other word that would fit the context and not the word I accidentally said. Other than that, right now I am going into the blood, so this is your time to leave if you don't want to see me just smack down blood and blur it out on clothing and skin. All I really got to say about that. And I quite like how it looks. It looks just really, really cool. It gives her a more warrior vibe, like she has been fighting quite a little bit, especially with all the blood on the bandages that she has on her hands. Though I didn't notice I didn't put blood on the one hand, and I should have, but I didn't, and that's okay. What can you do? So, oh, my memory is horrible. I can't even remember what I was talking about before the blood warning. But yeah, if you guys would want to hear more stories from me about funny, stupid little things I've done in my life, please let me know in the comments, or if you know me on Discord, which will probably be more likely where I get notifications, or Amino. Come on, I'm not sponsored, but join us on Amino. I'm in the Arts and OC Amino group, as well as a different Arts and OC group, and I've made friends on there, and if you like my art, go follow me on there. I also have an Instagram and a Twitter that I post on, finally, that you can also go follow me on. So if you like my art, there you go. Anyways, we are getting to the end. I did almost forget her scars. I almost posted this video without her scars. I did not forget them though, so that's good. But finally, bye bye! And see you next time.